Hello, welcome to my update vlog. First off, I'd like to apologize for not uploading a video recently. My last video I said I was going to be doing the Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid, but that fell through. The dealership that I was talking to, they just were being very inflexible with the times and dates. It just didn't work for me, and then I tried to reach out to another dealership and they just never responded, so that kind of fell through and I lost a little bit of momentum on that mentally. But I need to talk to something, and this past week, I've had more people talk to me about the Chevrolet Volt than I ever have. Just people coming up to me being like, hey, tell me about the Volt. GM killed it. What do you think about GM not making the Volt anymore? I guess it didn't sell well. Just multiple things like that. And, you know, you would think, like, I didn't even think people were that really cared about the Volt that much. Like, yes, it was a very good selling car, like in terms of sedans, because we know that the sedan market for General Motors has been poor for many years. But this is basically all kicked off by the news that General Motors is closing several of their factories. And basically, one of the factories that's being closed is where the Chevrolet Volt is made. The Volt is not the only car that's made there. There are multiple other cars. But GM, like, it's for years, the writing's been on the wall. People don't buy their sedans. People buy their trucks and their SUVs and all the other stuff, but they just don't buy their cars. And so this is something that's been on, the writing's been on the wall for years. Most analysts have just been like, yeah, like, I'm surprised it took this long. But of course, I'm in a 2011 Chevrolet Volt, so this is like a first-year car. I really like it. Like, my wife also owns a 2012 Nissan Leaf, and I really like that car as well. I'm very open to the entire market, to whatever comes out that's electrified. But I can't help but see this as nothing but a blow, and a lot of people are using this as a way to kind of prove that it was a good idea, they didn't buy one, and that, you know, it was never really a good product concept. But, so I'm gonna answer those, but yes, General Motors has killed the Volt. So, the Volt is dead, but long live the Volt. I guess this isn't common knowledge. Like, I thought it was. Like, I do a lot of reading about this car, and from my understanding, this has been talked about for about a year or 2 years, that the Volt in its form factor right now was going to end, just because the factory was going to close. But it doesn't mean that the Voltec system, what runs this car, is dead. And this could all just be total not true, because this is all just people talking on the internet and then articles and things like that. But General Motors was going to release a Buick CUV, so like a city utility vehicle, that had the Voltec system in it. So it's basically going to be a Volt in a different form factor. But then that was halted, and this is from my understanding, that was halted, and that decision was made that it was actually going to be branded as a Chevrolet, possibly as a Volt, because they knew they were going to close the factory. And I don't see General Motors going full battery electric. They did with the Bolt, and it worked very well, but I still see them keeping this technology for quite a long time, and it works very well. So although it is 100% for sure that the sedan, whatever you want to call this car, the Volt, is going to be gone. I would say that it's going to live on, though. The system that powers it is going to be around for several years, and probably a package that is going to appeal to a lot more people. So if anything, it's probably a positive. I'll be interested to see what it does to the market. Like, for the 2019, they finally upgraded the charging to a faster charger, power seats, a few nice little features. So it'd be interesting to see if people actually buy the 2019 Volt, though, because it's getting so much of this press. And this leads into a second issue, and this, I'm going to lay the blame squarely on General Motors, is their communication for why they're closing these factories was just total crap. Because they're saying that they're closing these factories because they want to go heavier into electrification, and they want to do autonomous vehicles. So if you are somebody who's not in the electric market right now, you haven't really experienced it, you don't know much about it, but you hear that thousands of jobs are being lost in Canada and USA because of electric vehicles, that's probably not a very positive spin on the electric vehicle market. If anything, that may be pushing you to be like, well, why would I buy an electric vehicle if it's just going to cost job losses? I might as well buy the gasoline powered vehicle. Like, this is just, I just see it as a very huge negative that they would actually lead with that. Like, that's their reason, or that's their vision in the end. You know, it's probably would have been way better to focus on the fact that people just don't find their cars appealing. Of course, they're not going to say that, and it's a shame that people don't find them appealing, because something like this is a fantastic vehicle. The Volt also was one of their, is something they call a conquest vehicle. So what that means is that this car brought in a demographic of people that would not have purchased a General Motors product. I can confirm this. I have seen the statistics on it. The people that bought like the first generation Volt were basically had a post-secondary education, had a much higher household income, and that was like something that Diddy didn't see. So it was actually a huge benefit for them to have this car, just to get the people into the General Motors Chevrolet ecosystem. And yeah, like, it's, I don't know, I had to get this off my chest, just to say that, you know, don't count the Volt or the Voltec system out. It's going to be around for a long time, I think. And, you know, kind of shame on General Motors for the way that they've led this forward. And I think that's all I need to say about that. Now, for my next upcoming videos, I do have some more vlog stuff I want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about older age cars, like as cars age on the EV market. I think I'm also going to create a 2019 buyer's guide. I'm probably going to write a blog post for that, and I might try to do something with a video as well. And I do have a Kona EV, the Hyundai Kona EV, which I've been watching reviews online right now. A bunch of like press people got the vehicles already. It looks fantastic. I have pretty firm confirmation that I will be able to get one to record videos as soon as it hits the dealerships in British Columbia. So hopefully that's soon, and that I'll get a lot of content from that. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Keep on getting people subscribing, so that's fantastic, especially since I haven't been very good with keeping regular content coming. If you have any comments about like the Volt or General Motors or all this news, or just if you want me to cover any topics or talk about anything, please write a comment. I'll do it. And thanks.